Welcome back to Barlow BBQ. It's been a long time since we put out a video for you guys. And take a look behind me here. This is the new Barlow BBQ, all right? This is our new backyard. We moved down to Southwest Florida just last week. We moved from our home in western North Carolina, so quite a difference. We went from the mountains of North Carolina, and now we're down here pretty much at sea level. The beach, the ocean is just over that way, a few miles, so it's paradise down here, folks. It's awesome to be here. But listen, now that we are here, we've moved down here, we're good to go. We're gonna get back to putting out videos every week. We're gonna get back to our regular schedule. Saturday mornings, 9 o'clock. We're gonna have new videos for you. Watch out behind me there, a gator could be popping out at any moment. You just never know. Today's video, what we're gonna do for you is we're gonna keep it simple, keep it relaxed. This is our first video down here in Florida. I'm gonna fire up the pit barrel cooker, and we've got some country ribs that we're gonna throw on there, take a couple hours to smoke them. Then we'll wrap them at some point. We wanna cook them so they're nice fork tender. We're gonna throw on some barbecue sauce on there and just keep it nice and easy. We're gonna keep it fun today with an easy cook on the pit barrel cooker with some country style ribs, y'all. So stick around, let's get started. All right, I'm over here by the pit barrel and I'm about to light the charcoal to get that started. But one thing that's really different about the elevation change from western North Carolina to down here in Southwest Florida is up there we were over 2,000 feet in elevation, way up there in those Smoky Mountains, right? But down here in Florida, I checked the elevation for our address and we're at 7 feet, all right? So up in North Carolina, I had this pit barrel, I had the vent down there at the bottom opened at least halfway for all of my cooks. Now down here in Florida, according to the instructions provided by Pit Barrel, I'm gonna be setting my pit barrel vent to a quarter of the way open. All right, so we're just gonna barely have that vent open. So that's a huge difference, and I'm curious to see how this thing is gonna run with that vent being closed down, only being open a quarter of the way as opposed to halfway open. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this runs, and it should run just fine, just like normal, all right? So let's go ahead and check out those country style ribs. I'm gonna add just a little bit of rub to those. I'm gonna keep it real simple with just using a salt and pepper rub. I just used a 1/4 cup of black pepper and a 1/4 cup of kosher salt. All right, so here's the country ribs we're using today. And I've got just over 3.5 pounds. And if you don't know, country ribs are these are just strips that are cut from the pork butt. And that's how I'm gonna treat them. I'm gonna smoke them until they hit an internal temp of about 160 to 170. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap them in foil and let them continue to cook until they are probe tender. All right, so I'm gonna keep things real simple as far as seasoning goes. I'm just gonna use a blend of some black pepper and kosher salt. I'm using a 1/4 cup of black pepper and a 1/4 cup of salt. And I'll be sure to coat all sides of these country ribs. And like I said, I'm just gonna smoke these until they hit an internal temp of about 160 to 170. Then we're gonna wrap them and finish them off. All right, these are looking great. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the fridge until it's time to cook. So let's go and get the pit barrel started up and we can start cooking. We got that charcoal in there. Let's go ahead and throw in a couple chunks of apple wood. This is gonna go great with those country style ribs. We're just gonna drop those in there. And I'm gonna use the cooking grate today, actually, instead of hanging all these ribs. I just don't wanna put in the effort to put the hooks in all these different pieces of country ribs. I'm gonna get my rebars back in. And we're set up, ready to go. All we need now is the meat. Okay, I went and got the country ribs out of the fridge. So let's go ahead and get those on the pit barrel. All right, now I'm just gonna let these smoke for about an hour. We'll come back out at that point and we'll check the temperature, see how they're doing, and we'll take it from there. So see y'all in about an hour from now. All right, guys, it's been 1 hour since we started smoking these country ribs. Got my handy dandy little thermometer right here. So let's go check them out and see how they're doing. All right, y'all, these country ribs are looking real nice. Let's go ahead and check the temp, see where they're at. I know you can't see that, but that's reading 156. That's in 180. $165. So these country ribs are looking good. They're right where I'd like them to be. So I'm going to get these off the pit barrel. We're going to put some sauce on these ribs. Then we're going to wrap them in foil and put them back on and let them cook until they're probe tender.
All right, I know how we always make our sauces from scratch, but today we're going to do something different. I love making sauce from scratch. You know what else I love though? Sweet Baby Ray's. And boy, do they have some different flavors at the Winn-Dixie here in Florida. We have maple and we have Hawaiian. Aloha. So we're going to try these out. We're going to add a little bit of booze and some hot heat to these things and make them our own. But we can still try these out. Now, for all of you who like to do things from scratch, I'm going to make you a recipe for a maple scotch barbecue sauce and we'll put it in the description box. Don't you fret. Let's try these out. Okay, let's mix up this sauce. So we're going to squirt about half a cup to almost a cup of each of these into these cups.
All right, we got the Hawaiian, we got the maple. We'll go maple up top here. You just tell me when, sweetie.
Keep going. I think that's good.
Okay, that's the maple. And down here we've got the Hawaiian style. You just tell me when. Ooh.
Aloha.
Oh,
I think
aloha.
that's it.
Okay, that's good. All right.
Now I think that we're gonna add some bourbon.
And we're gonna use some of this Ragged Branch signature bourbon.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You're going to pour some in here, and that's gonna go with the
Oop.
maple. And I think you should pour some
Maple
of.
was on top, right?
Yep. And pour some in each one of these, and that's
Sounds
for
like
us.
a good idea. Just a little splash. Cheers, y'all.
Now, for the Hawaiian, I picked out some black spiced rum.
That's right here. I'll throw about a shot, a good healthy shot of rum right down here in the Hawaiian.
And then at Winn-Dixie, we also found
Some orange habanero pepper puree.
we're going to put a little of that in each of these.
And let's do about a spoonful in each. Don't forget that. Okay, Martha, I think these are ready for a good stir. All right, so we got the barbecue sauces all put together. Let's get these ribs off of here so we can sauce those up, and then we'll throw those in some tin foil, get them back on the pit barrel, and let them continue to cook. Ooh, look at these. These are looking real good, real good. So I'm just gonna start grabbing them off here, random, no order at all. Oh yeah, these are looking so good. And I don't think they're gonna need very long at all in the foil, maybe about 30 minutes. We'll check and see how tender they are. That's what we're going for to finish these with, is tenderness. They gotta feel like that probe is going into soft butter. All right, these are looking excellent. Let's get these sauced up and in some tin foil. All right, so this is gonna be the Hawaiian style Sweet Baby Ray's. All right, that looks good right there. Let's go ahead and brush some of that sauce on these ribs. Get these coated really well with some barbecue sauce. That Hawaiian style. I'm guessing there's some flavors of pineapple in there. All right, now over here on this side, we've got the maple Sweet Baby Ray's that you saw us mix in some bourbon with a little bit earlier. And we're gonna load up some ribs on this side and get these all sauced up as well. All right, y'all, we've had these country ribs wrapped in foil for about 30 minutes. Total cooking time up to this point has been an hour and a half. But we're going on about a half hour with these ribs wrapped in foil, and I want to check to see how tender they are. I don't want to overcook them and dry them out. I want to get them nice and tender, but I also still want them to be nice and juicy. So let's see how they're doing. All right, we're just going to unwrap these. It's hot, so I'm going to be careful. Just get these unwrapped. And then I'll get a probe thermometer in here, and I'm not going to worry about temp. I'm just going to see how it feels. Ooh, I tell you what, these are looking beautiful, beautiful. That sauce is sizzling under there with that pit barrel cooking. Ooh. These are feeling real good. It's feeling nice and tender going in there. That probe feels like it's going into soft butter and not a lot of resistance. I think these are good to go, and I'm going to assume the same can be said for this batch right here. So let's get them both off the grill and do a taste test. All right, y'all, these are looking really, really good. And as usual, just like in North Carolina, just like back home, all the lawnmowers are going just when it's time to try out a taste test, but it's all good. I've got a fork here. I'm going to see how tender these are. Hopefully these are fork tender. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's no problem right there. These are going to be real good. Look at this. That's going to be real good. Let's give that a try. Well, I'm excited to do our first video here in the great state of Florida.
Me too.
That's right.
You know what else I'm excited for?
What's that?
Trying these ribs.
Oh yeah, these are looking real, real good. Which one do you want to start with?
I think we should go maple first.
All right, let's do maple first. We got some bites right down here off camera. Oh yeah.
This looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, barbecue down in Florida, y'all.
Good job, first time.
We're gonna try a bite first. Now tenderness is on point on that. Nice and tender, not dried out at all.
That sauce is very good.
The sauce is pretty good.
I do feel like ours would be better.
Of course, anything that you can make on your own is going to be better than anything you buy in the store.
Also, Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah.
Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm sure everyone would be willing to pay an extra quarter per bottle if you would just use sugar and not high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, that's why so much of those store-bought stuff is made out of high fructose corn syrup.
Just a quarter more.
Hey, let's try their other one. We got the pineapple. We got the Hawaiian style down here next.
Aloha! I can't wait to try this one.
All right, now I got a big old bite. Country style ribs, y'all. Tell you what, real easy to do, and they're pretty economical as well in the grocery store.
I must say, I like the Hawaiian better than the maple.
Yeah, I tell you what, I do prefer the Hawaiian. The maple really didn't have much flavor for me, but that Hawaiian definitely has a little bit of flavor despite the high fructose corn syrup or whatever all that crap is. But if you're gonna go for it, I'd go for, out of the two, I'd go for the Hawaiian for sure.
Make mine a Hawaiian.
Make mine a Hawaiian, just one more bite to make sure. Overall though, these country style ribs are real good.
They're delicious. They got a nice little kiss of smoke in there.
Nice
and
smoke
some
flavor.
heat from that habanero.
That's coming through as well. Real happy with that pit barrel. You know how the pit barrel does a great job all the time. Thank you all so much for joining us today at our new home in Southwest Florida. We're real excited to be here, and we're excited to be back making videos for you guys. We're gonna get back to doing those every week. So we're gonna smoke in paradise, and until next time, we're gonna say, smoke 'em if you got 'em.
That's right.
Bye bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.